Perfect. Thank you, everybody. How's that voice? It's coming through okay? Beautiful. Just got to get the right photo. My clients call me the athlete's secret weapon for one reason: results. That's what we're going to do for you today. We've got 47 world and Olympic champions. So what have we got to 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 people in here I want to turn into world champions today. I hope that's not too much pressure for you. What I want to do is to get you to understand and to actually go through the processes that my athletes do. How we create that peak performance state. We just had Pierre talk about the polyvagal system, fight, flight, reflexes, how to get back to being relaxed. That's when you're going to get the best performance as an athlete. I work with athletes. I also work with incredible CEOs, head of businesses, $400 million companies, work with the CEOs for exactly the same reason. Elite athletes are becoming more like business people. You ever seen athletes? Websites, merchandise, contracts, influencer payments, they get paid a lot of money. Business people these days are now starting to shift more towards life like an athlete. They're starting to balance their life. They're starting to eat healthy. They're starting to look after themselves physically, emotionally. So what we want to do is to use these tools and resources, and one that I'm going to share with you helped create this mob. As I call them, they're my kids. Each one of them, my clients. You've probably seen a few, and this is very confidential, so please don't share this out too much in the general scheme of things, because a lot of these people haven't given me authorization to send it worldwide. Bronze, gold medalists, silver medalists in the Olympics. You've probably seen a few of these. It's just got a little red light on it. Do you know? Oh, I won't point out. Everyone aware of Saya Sakakibara, Paris gold medalist, BMX. The work we had to do with her, gold medalist in the 4x200 relay, Olympic silver medal diver, Brittany Broben from back in 2012. She was the lady who basically named me the secret weapon. So I've taken that as a brand, I've run with it because that is the secret. And when you find the secret in your sport, in your life, would you be telling everyone about it? Probably not if you're in competition. So these athletes, they don't want to be associated with me. They get great results, but there's one reason they do it, because that's what they're after. You look at this as far as your business. You want to be the best in your world, the best in your business, the best in your life. We're going to do that today. We're going to set that peak performance state. So these athletes, when they go ready to perform, they switch on. How do they do that is a very delicate balance of getting that peak performance state right. Has anyone been in sport and understood what it's like to be in the zone as an athlete? It is incredibly powerful and incredibly frustrating, because you spend the rest of your life trying to get back in that same state that seemingly happened just by accident. So what we want to do is to create that, and we can, by capturing emotions, memory of past experiences, future pacing these athletes, capturing their peak performance state, and then be able to trigger it. When it's triggered, not only does it trigger the physical, triggers the mental, the psychological, all the neural pathways. Who's good at catching here? Oh, that was just a bad throw, wasn't it? Okay. How did you catch it? How many neural pathways fired in that 1 second between me throwing it, Pierre catching it? 2 seconds? How many neural pathways fire in that 1 second? 3,000. 3,000 neural pathways firing every second. That's 6,000 calculations in his head to move hand-eye coordination to land at that moment. So what that means, if we got 3,000 every second, what that means is we can change the athlete within 1/3,000th of a second to get in that peak performance state. Pretty powerful, hey? How we do this? Quite simple. Understand the athlete. The physical aspect. That's what they do so well. Physical, the training, the tactical, the technical. But there's not many athletes that are dealing with the mental aspect of it. Even at the elite level, I'd probably say 95% of the Olympians didn't have any mindset coaching, mindset training. 95%. Think about that. So when you start working with these people, it is incredible, the opportunities, the success. Now, think about that. Elite athletes spend 4 to 6 hours a day, 6 days a week for one event that may last, 10 seconds every 4 years. How do they get in the zone? Do you think they leave success to chance? No. A lot of them do, but they try and work their mindset by training the body. What controls the body? The mind. So why don't they work on the mind first? Makes sense, doesn't it? You can have the best eating plan, but guess what? You can still choose not to stick to it. You can have the best exercise plan and still choose not to stick to it. Where's the choice come? Our mind. What I want to do with you is to run everyone through that one process to get people in the zone, if it's okay with you. Because as practitioners, I know the time, the energy and effort it takes for me to get up to that peak performance level I need to be at to help my athletes. I know that I can only take people to where I am. So if I'm not up here, how can I expect them to come up? If I'm splashing around the shallow end, guess what? They're only going to come up here, which is potentially why I've got the numbers that I have as far as 47 world and Olympic champions. Okay, that's just individuals. Some of them have got 4, 5, 8 world titles. You start calculating that, there's a lot of success in there. Peak performance hypnosis, it's not just for athletes and entrepreneurs. It's for every practitioner here. You think about this, whether you're a driving instructor like Steve, using hypnosis, conversational hypnosis as he's driving. Connie, working with trauma. You need to be the best that you can be at that moment for those people that rely on you. You'll help them out of some seriously bad situations. So you need to be the best that you can be at that moment. To be the best that you can be means that you need to step up and be in that state. You look at externally, physical, emotional, financial. You look at your happiness, your health, your love, your wealth. How many external factors are influencing you as a practitioner at that moment? And can that person really put everything aside to help this other client? What I want to be able to do is to help you create this peak performance state for yourself, so that every time you sit down to work with a traumatic client, every time you hop in the car to work with one of your new junior drivers, these young drivers coming through, your learner drivers, every time you want to work with someone like that, you need to be the best that you can be. How do we put all that aside? How do you step into that peak performance state for yourself? Pretty exciting, isn't it? Now, I first learned this because I went through martial arts. I was a struggling martial artist. I was good at what I did. I just wasn't in the right zone. So I had to create myself a different personality. Through the interviews I've done with Trish, with Justine, and podcasts and other seminars that I've done, we're talking about who here is a hypnotherapist, practitioner who's done parts integration. Okay, you've all heard of that? Perfect. Part of me wants to, a part of me doesn't. Oh, let's bring it all together. So all of you wants to. As athletes, there's certain traits. Oh, hopefully. Okay, 6 meter by 6 meters square. Some of you know me quite well. Do I look like the person that's going to basically beat the crap out of someone? I was black belt, Taekwondo, martial arts, state and national titles in the lead up to Sydney Olympic 2000. I was training to beat the Olympics. That's how good I was there, but not up here. Physically, fast, strong, technical, tactical, I had it all, but I didn't have the killer instinct. Fortunately, my mum's a hypnotherapist and naturopath, which is really how it helped me. Talking to her one day, I said, I need to be switched on there. So when we're talking about this parts integration, what I do is a parts separation, separating the person from the athlete. Because there's traits Again, those who know me, that you probably think that that's not the person that you would expect to be in the ring. So I had to create that for myself. How I did that was set that peak performance state for myself. I know, consider sport, sports, swimming, baseball, football. I'm choosing to step into or step on the mat with someone who's trained to kill me. That's not a sport. Okay. That you're fighting for your life. I wasn't in the right headspace, so I had to create that for myself. So how I did that, quite simple. Now, think of an athlete who's good at their sport, fast, strong, flexible. Now, imagine that state. We're going to change that. I realized that that person can hurt me. I'm okay with that because I can hurt that person back. What I would do and how I can work really well is going, there's my mum, there's my dad, there's my brother. I got a photo of my family and I said, they're important to me. And if that person is going to kill my family and I'm the only person in between, how's that state shifted now? Imagine that, because I've now got that, because I did. Laminated a photo, sewed it in the back of my jacket and went, that person's going to get my family. I'm the only one in between. I didn't like who I was on the mat. If you've ever seen boxing or anything like that, in between rounds, I put a little seat in there, little stool to sit on. It's quite cute. I didn't like that. I had to put it out here. I didn't like who I was on the mat, but that's who I needed to be for my sport. So for any athlete, if you're working with athletes, you have to do that. You have to take a lot of their personal traits out and wire up some other traits that they may or may not have. So work on a parts separation. When we're working on this parts separation, then we can start setting up this peak performance state. Welcome to Sports Hypnosis for Peak Performance. Okay, this is one of the processes I use for my world champions. Actually, any client that comes through. Oh, sorry, did I come out of the zone? Sorry. What we're going to do is help every person here to be the best that you can be. You've got to get rid of all your personal limitations, personal perceptions of who your client may be. You've got to step into that state and step up for their benefit. It may not be who you are as a practitioner. What I find is me as a practitioner, I become a chameleon. No one knows the real version of me. None of my clients do. I might see them out of context on a weekend in a shop, having a conversation. I can guarantee Monday, Tuesday, they'll phone me up and go, is everything okay, Stu? Sure, what? You're really quiet on the weekend. I went, yeah, that's who I am. That's who I naturally am. I'm an introvert. I love COVID. I also love doing this, but I have to switch myself onto this. So I've got to separate the true version of me, which would prefer to sit there and listen to me or actually be in the next room. That sounds pretty interesting. But thank you for joining me. So what we want to do is to create this process for yourself. Easiest way to do this is to go through it yourself. So this is a very interactive. There's a reason why I don't have notes, because you're all going to go through this, if that's okay with you. Good. How cool is that? That's me. Named by my client, the young Brittany Broven, as the athlete's secret weapon. She was interviewed after he got an Olympic silver medal, 16 years old. The commentator said, 16 years old. She only turned 16 at the Olympics. They said, we watched you. You were so calm. You were so relaxed. You're clapping everyone down. You're smacking them on the backside so that when they go up the platform. But they said, as soon as you stepped on that bottom step to go up, you transformed. What's your secret? She said, I'm not telling anyone about my secret weapon. I went, oh, bitch. There goes all my marketing gold, was just gone. World leader in sports and performance hypnosis. About 18 years now I've been doing this, 47 world Olympic champions. It is awesome. I love it. I sit there with the Olympics for 16 days, tears coming down my eyes, just going, here's one of mine, one of mine, one of mine. It is incredibly humbling to get those experiences. International speaker, spoken, oh God, Tasmania, that's international. New Zealand. Wow, where else have I been? The US, UK, Hawaii. Love doing that stuff. Helping people to understand what it is, because it's not just in as athletes. Like I said, elite people in business. I'm now working with business teams and corporations, sporting teams and corporations, because you suddenly realize there's so much more potential we have within us. The author of the Dear Diary process, if I get time after this, I will take you through it. I'll give you all access to it. Otherwise, come and see me throughout the weekend and I'll share the diary process with you. Incredibly powerful. 5 minutes a day, transform your life. How you think, act, and behave. It all happens while you sleep. 5 minutes a day. So if you can spare 5 minutes with me, I'll take you through the process towards the end of this. I'm also a result of what happens with a dream. That was my dream. Olympics. What happened? That was Sydney Olympics I was training for, Sydney 2000. Christmas party, Christmas 1999. Someone brought out a soccer ball at my now ex-wife's Christmas party. 10-foot tall, bulletproof, black belt. I can do this. Playing psycho. I just went bang, to hit the ball. And I'm used to spinning on floors like this or on mats when I was competing. But on grass with shoes, you don't spin. Knee went snap, bang. Actually, that's what it sounded like. That was the knee. ACL, medial meniscus, snap. I was on crutches and I went down to Sydney Olympics on crutches, watching the people I used to spar get bronze medals. Bloody tough. Incredibly tough. And this is what you find with elite athletes. The higher they go, the bigger the crash. Same in business. So when I start working with athletes, I go, yes, I will help you on the way up, but I'm also going to help you on the way back down. That's where you need most help. Because it's a duty of care that I've got. If I can get them up to that level, it also means they're going to have a bigger crash and I need to be there to support them. So just be aware of that. Now, today's outcomes, interactive experience. You're going to create your own peak performance state. Going to get you to be at the top of your game, create a routine for you and a process, a trigger to help you get to that point. Like these athletes, what do you reckon their triggers are? Motor racing, helmet goes on. Swimmer, goggles go on. When you're working with professional golfers, when they pick up a golf club. They don't need to be in the zone if they're not holding onto a golf club or a tennis racket, correct? Simple. So that's the last thing that happens before their competition. If you're looking at a football player, it might be the white line when you step on that. And that's what I trigger. The peak performance state is only triggered at that moment. I'll give you number one tool for your own benefit, which will be the diary process. Just cautious of time because I can talk about this for about the next 6 hours. So if you want to hang around later, we can finish it. Okay, and there's also an opportunity to join me. And I've left on the tables. Unfortunately, I did have a copy for everyone, but all the lovely, colourful copies that I made, all still up in Brisbane, sitting in the folder in the file to help you. But yeah, just scan the QR code if you want to have a look, because this process is just one of the 20 plus processes I teach in my Athlete Seeker Weapon Approved Practitioner training and mentoring. So if you're interested in that, I'd love to have you on board. I'm going to be taking 55 practitioners worldwide. That's all I'm going to have. So there will be a selection criteria, because what I want to do is go to Los Angeles in 2028, take a group of 50 practitioners over there, and we're all going to be working with, even if you say 10 Olympians each, there's 500 Olympians that are all going to be using the central hub. Seminars, workshops, awards night, conference, celebration, plus being there to support the potentially 500 athletes. That's the goal. Because I had, 18 at the last Olympics, not just Australians who are all over the world. So let's do this. The process will begin right now. We are going to create the ultimate peak state of performance. How we do this is quite simple. We capture emotions. You've all heard of anchoring, capturing emotions. What we're going to do is capture these emotions. The emotions is a very delicate balance. When you've been in the zone as an athlete, you don't know how you get to that point. But then, how do you replicate it? What we're going to do is create that replication intentionally, so that when you do step on board, the white line or you put your helmet on. That's when you go into the zone. So, smile. May I use a guinea pig? Sure. Name again?
Mel.
Mel. May I just put your hand there, please, Mel? Awesome. I'm just going to push that knuckle right there, if that's all right. Okay, what did you think about when I pushed that? Nothing. Weird, freaky guy pushing my knuckle. See, no one ever just walks up and goes, oh, I'm going to push that. So what happens, we were talking about the neural pathways before, 1/3000th of a second. Okay, so hand back. Next time I push that knuckle, okay, anyone in front of Mel, turn around. Next time I push that knuckle, she's going to smile. Why are you smiling now? See, she's smiling. So what we've created is what? Perception. That's what we're talking about, the polyvagal system, a perception of what's going to happen. You've already predetermined that I'm awesome. And as soon as I push that, you're going to smile. Okay? Now, when I do push it, you're going to try and stop it. The more you try and stop it, the funnier it's going to get. The funnier it's going to get, the more you realize you can't stop it, correct? Okay, close your eyes. You won't even feel it coming. But as soon as you feel that sensation on there, instantly, you'll smile. Try not to. You won't even feel it coming. And the more you try and stop it, the funnier it's going to get. The funnier it's going to get, the more you realize you can't stop it, correct?
Yep.
Go on, try and stop it. Perfect. Take a big, deep breath in. Open your eyes. Thank you. So what we've done is create this, what? Anchor. Trigger-based response. We've already started creating this because you can't get angry and frustrated and nervous as an athlete if you're smiling and laughing, correct? Job's half done. We're back in the, what is it, ventral vagal system. Bang, you're relaxed. When you're relaxed and having fun, guess what? Relaxed muscle is a fast muscle. Relaxed muscle is a strong muscle. We've already got most of the results done as an athlete just by doing that. The ability to be able to switch off. Okay, put your hand back on the table. We were talking about remote and Zoom. Did this years ago. I did a seminar and a workshop, and there was a lady who had a laugh like a kookaburra. For all these Australians, you'd understand that. Internationals, just imagine the worst sounding bird in the world. I was up on stage and said, what peak performance state? Everything is about trigger-based response. So here we go. There's your hand. See, we can even do this remotely. So one of my athletes over in Paris, oh, Stu, I'm feeling nervous. I sent her an emoji with finger. What do you reckon that's going to do? So look, go on, try and stop it. Get your finger off it. Yeah, she's making herself laugh now. It's awesome. Thanks, Mel. And everything can be done remotely. How cool is this? Yeah, watch it. That's how powerful the brain is. You've already predetermined exactly what's going to happen. Hi, people at home. So what we're going to do there is now build onto this. So if you can all have something you can grab, whether it's a pen, a phone, a lolly, glass, something that resembles something that's connected. If you've got something in your bag, a cup, just leave it on the tables in front of you, please. Okay. Now, all just understand that just as Mel's done, next time you touch it, you're going to smile. Okay? Because I haven't worked with each of you individually, it's going to be a slow build up to it, potentially, but you've all seen the proof. Well, you can hear the proof. Cool. Thanks, Mel. So close your eyes for a moment, please. You don't need to think. Don't need to respond. Don't need to do anything at all except understand what you've already seen, what you believe, what you've known. So that item in front of you, next time you touch it, even thinking about it now, and you feel like you want to smile. you feel like you want to smile, why try and stop it? Because it's fun. Try and stop it. The more you try and stop it, the funnier it's going to get. The funnier it's going to get, the more you realize you can't stop it. You'll feel the cheeks lifting, your core activating, the smile building. When you can feel it, take a big deep breath in, reach out, grab that item and just breathe into that. Keep your eyes closed and just breathe into it. Enjoy it, absorb it. Take a big deep breath in and relax. That's perfect. When you're ready, you can feel that smile, every part of your body, fingers, toes, knees, nose. Like inside of you, there's all these little emojis bouncing around, smiling, laughing, having fun. Perfect. When you're ready, take a nice big deep breath in, release that item and open your eyes. The most relaxed. See, what we've just done is do what? We've done an anchor. What I find is I won't say my practice because I get it right a fair bit of the time. In my business, what I find is when you do this, it becomes so much easier to be able to do this, to be able to switch on the smile, the most relaxed, because that's where you need to be. We're talking about the vagal system. We're talking about getting everyone relaxed. That is our intention as practitioners, to connect, to build a rapport, so then we can build on this. So relax. Where are you most relaxed? Think about it. Could be in the bath having a champagne. Could be sitting on the beach. Could be at home watching a movie. Where are you most relaxed? Rodney?
I would say afternoon naps.
Afternoon naps. Perfect. Okay. Your name, sorry? Deborah. Where are you most relaxed? If you just say, I'm just going to switch off and go and chill, what would you do? Where would you go? Meditation. Perfect. Mel, where would you go?
Be honest, the bed, lying down in bed.
Perfect. Megan, what would you do? Where would you go? Watch a movie? What sort of movies do you like watching? Okay, just watching a movie, because that gets you out of your own head, makes you relax, correct? The great escape. So think about that most relaxing moment. When you're ready, when you know what it is, take a deep breath in, close your eyes. That most relaxing experience for you. Watching a movie, laying in bed, midday naps, listening to my voice. Just feel everything relaxing, your head, your heart, your breathing slowing, your mind easing, everything relaxed. When you can feel relaxed, just like that big rubber band, of just relaxing, there's zero pressure on it, your mind, your body, just feeling it. Then when you can really feel that, it's like, that's good. Just take that big deep breath in, reach out, grab that item and just transfer all that emotion, calm and relaxed to that. Just keep breathing and relax so you can feel your feet relaxing, your knees, your toes, your knees, your nose. It's even hard trying to smile under all that sense of relax. Perfect. Just take a nice big deep breath in now. Release the grip on that item, put it back on the table, have a nice big deep breath in, just gradually drift back. You don't need to lift all the way up, just open your eyes. With athletes, I create the best result in sport. I don't have to create it, they've already done it. The best result. It may not be the win. They might have got third. It might have been their first podium. Their best result might have been their first race, their first swim. The best result could have been winning a world title. Sometimes it's good to work with these incredible athletes to then keep them at that level. What is the best result? So because we're doing this for you, what's the best result in your business? The best experience you've had in your life? You know, one of those days in business where you just go, oh God, this is so easy. Getting your first published book, getting it signed. Congratulations, Connie. That could be the day, the moment. Think about this within your business. What is the best experience you've had? Okay, the best result. Sorry, the best result. When you've got that, big deep breath in, Close your eyes, please. The best result you've had in business, in life, in sport. Because it really doesn't matter what you were doing at that moment. But it's the feeling. Remember that. It's like you wanted to shout to the world and say, look how awesome I am. Look at what I've done. Look at what I've achieved. But you take it in board and you go, I'm going to use this for my own power. That best day where the phone rings, new opportunities, new clients, they just phone, all these incredible things, opportunities just land at your feet. Because it's just like this big ripple effect, and it's the opportunities are surfing their way back in. Remember that, and you can just feel the energy, the excitement, the passion. When you're ready, big deep breath in, grab that item that's in front of you and just hold on to that and just breathe it all into that moment. Breathe it all up. Just feel that success. You'll actually feel that confidence lifting. Feel 10 foot tall, bulletproof. Feel like this is it. When you're ready, let it go. Open your eyes, just stay nice and relaxed, stay nice and relaxed. Now, the best experience may be different to the best result. The best experience might be meeting someone, a childhood idol. It might be going to a seminar, meeting someone, a celebrity. Your best experience could also be your best result. But I do a lot of motor racing clients around the world. The best experience could be their first professional drive, the first time in a go-kart. Whatever that best experience you've had, either in business, because what we're creating is the ultimate peak performance state for you as a practitioner. Is it the best client you've had, the best experience, the first time you threw away the scripts and went gut instinct, because they're the powerful ones. When you've got it, close your eyes, take a big deep breath in. Best experience, which is an incredible result with a client, something you've achieved, talking to someone, meeting someone. You know what that experience is like. You'll be able to tap into your unconscious mind and the memories to go, that is perfect, that is it. You'll know when you've got it because you'll smile. You'll know exactly what that was. When you're ready, when you've got that item, big deep breath in, grab hold of that thing that you've got in front of you. Just breathe it in. First thing you'll notice, you'll feel that smile. You'll feel relaxed on that second breath in. That third one, you'll feel incredible with the results. This is now the best experience. Now you've got that. Stay as relaxed as you are now. Feel that state that you're feeling. Place that object in front of you. Open your eyes, but still stay in that same state. Isn't that different now? Feeling it? Feel calm, yet somewhat relaxed, yet somehow driven. Somehow feeling like smiling. The next one I've got here, the most challenging experience. The reason why I put the most challenging experience in the peak performance state, for what reason? When things start getting hard physically. This is where you can look back and go, you know, I've been through that. And here I am. When I'm doing my Zoom work or any work in general, even in my clinic at home, I've got my black belt sitting on the shelf. I look at that and go, 7 years. 5 nights a week, 2 or 3 times a week throwing up on the sports oval because that's how bad it was. I put everything into it. I was also in business in sales at the time. Bit like, you know, short sleeve, long sleeve shirts when you do up the cuff and you're sitting there in meetings like this and people are looking at you and go, you okay? Because my forearm was black, purple, red, green, all the colors of the rainbow. Bruises from 4 nights ago, 5 nights ago, the blacks or the purples coming out, it's going, you know, the greeny yellow color. But then you got the red ones from the night before. They haven't gone purple yet. That was what I looked like all over. It was horrible. But I had all the pretty colors. When you go through that, that's why this black belt for me is an incredible reminder of the challenge, the commitment, the focus. So when you think things are starting to get hard in business, you stop and you go, the most challenging experience in your life. Was it being bullied? Was it relationships? Was it leaving something? Was it you as a kid? What was it that was the most challenging? And this potentially could stir up emotions. So feel free to not add this one onto it if you don't want. What I will get you to do is when you're ready though, when you know what the most challenging experience you've been through it, you can look back and go, look at the person I am now because of it. What have I learned? Where I've learned resilience. So close your eyes when you're ready. The resilience. When you look back to the past and you look at the person you've become because of that, despite of that. What you've achieved because you had the resilience. The greatest strength is always going to come out of the greatest challenges. Remember these experiences. And you look back and go, I didn't think I had the strength, but here I am on the other side looking back and went, yeah, I can do this. I've got this. When you've got it and you know what it is, you can feel that to go, this is the person I am because of it. Reach out, grab that item, take a big deep breath in, add it onto it because you'll feel that smile. You'll feel relaxed. You'll feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof. You'll remember your best ever result, the best experience. And knowing that this is like your Olympic gold medal now. This is you stepping on the podium because every one of those athletes, they're only there because of the challenges they've faced, the experiences they've been through. That's the strength. Breathe it in, absorb it. You might find yourself getting a little bit lightheaded. You might find yourself feeling a little bit numb. But somehow you feel like you want to smile, you want to relax. Maybe you feel like you can be 10 foot tall and run through a brick wall. That's exactly what we need. Those moments, this challenging experience that no matter what's thrown at you today, tomorrow, day after day after day, you got this. Allow the unconscious mind to make that decision for you. You know when it's done because you'll nod, you'll smile. The unconscious mind will accept it, understand it, and go, yeah, we've got this. When you've got it, release the item, stay nice and relaxed, open your eyes and just feel that delicate balance of these emotions now. Future pacing. Biggest question I ask athletes. I sit them down and go, right, this is the biggest decision you're ever going to make in your life. This is the one. Prepare yourself. And they're going, what is it? It's got to be big. Now, when you're behind the podium, ready to get your medal, you have to decide right now, are you going to use your right leg, your left leg, or are you going to jump onto the podium? They go, really? It's not a big decision. Perception of choice. Think about that. What have we just said? You're getting your gold medal. You just have to decide you want your right leg, left leg, or standing up. It's not a perception of choice. You're going to be doing it. What that is going to do internally is go, oh, I need to be able to do this. The implied suggestion is I'm going to get my medal. Who do I need to be? How do I need to be to get that? So what we're going to do is look at you. Where are you going to be in 4 years' time? Your Olympics, Los Angeles Olympics. Where are you going to be in business? Rodney?
I'm not sure about business, but I'm going to be at the top of Kilimanjaro in about 5 years.
Perfect. Think about where you are going to be, not where you would like to be. Where you will be in 4 years' time. You create your own podium right now in your mind. Got it? Close your eyes. I'm not even going to say please. Close your eyes. This is your podium, your gold medal in life. This is everything you wanted. It's all come from happiness, health, love, and then flowing into wealth. This is your success. This is training like the elite athletes in business, in life. There you are. Imagine it. When you are ready, you've decided right leg, left leg, where you're going to jump up into that podium. When you're ready, take a big deep breath in, get up there. As soon as you're up there, grab that item, breathe it in. Just imagine whether you've got a childhood hero, an idol in life, in business, someone in sport, or maybe it's the ultimate version of you. Imagine them walking up to you as you bow down, had that medal placed around your neck, standing up, and just feeling that weight around your neck, breathing that into your heart, into your chest, into your throat. Feel the emotions lifting. Wait, there's more. Your flag, your country, it's ready. That moment of quiet before the national anthem starts up. And there you are, confident, pride, success in life, in business. Your health, your happiness, this is your individual gold medal. Notice there was no silver and there's no bronze. Breathe into that item, stand up there, feel the emotions, feel the joy, feel the success, absorb it in every cell of your body. Breathing it in, feeling the celebration, thanking everyone around you as they all cheer for you, clapping. When you are ready, nice big deep breath in, let go of that item, drifting back now, drifting back, open your eyes. Ah, it's a little bit quieter. How you all feeling? Fabio, isn't it? There's some stuff going on in there, isn't it? Yeah. You just see the 10-foot tall and bulletproof is like future pacing. The reason I love doing that is because guess what? Pierre was talking about the rubber bands before. Okay. If this is your past and you're standing there and there's a mirror, what are you seeing? You're seeing a perfect reflection of yourself. Correct? Do you like it? If you don't like it, guess what? You got a choice. Oh, here's my new version. Create the ultimate version of who you're going to be in 4 years' time. Image it and then step towards it. And then step towards it and step towards it. This is about evolving and becoming the person that you're going to be in future. And if you think about it, where is all this fear coming from? Imagine there was a whole heap of rubber bands around you. It's really hard to move away. The only way to ease the pressure is to go backwards, correct? What if, and we'll do this right now, close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine going off into that podium again. Imagine going to that podium. But what I want you to do now is imagine like that big rubber band, maybe around your waist. I want you to go and tie it onto that podium. Tie it onto something in the future. What I want you to do now is take a step backwards away from that. And then step back, coming closer and closer to where you are today, and keep stepping back until your maximum strength to just sit down where you are now. Just breathe it all in and use all that pressure and all that strength to sit down, because any movement now is going to drag you into the future. Any decision is going to be getting you to the next step towards the ultimate version of yourself. Just feel that every decision, every action now, there's nothing stopping you behind. Imagine if there is some resistance. Just reach around and cut it. Let go of it. Untie it from yourself and just connect to the future and allow it to drag you in. When you feel relaxed, you feel free, you can feel like, and you will as soon as you leave here. As soon as you leave this room today, as soon as you stand up, you'll feel a little bit unstable, a little bit wobbly. You probably feel like you're being pushed because there's no resistance behind you holding you back. Feels like you're being dragged into the future because you will be. It's your choice, your future. Just remember, it's your happiness, your health, your love, your wealth at stake. Nothing much to risk, is there? When you are ready, few deep breaths in, open your eyes and relax. You've got to find a way now to activate these. Is it when you walk into your office door? We've all been through COVID now. The first 2 or 3 weeks of COVID, there's the door. I'm about to walk into my office. Bang, that's who I need to be. Step back out. Build it up again. Step out. Step back in. It's like the mat that I was performing on, this square. Who do I need to be on here? I don't need to be that person over here. That can switch off. Switching in, switching out, becoming two different entities. And how we do it, look at these athletes. When they're working with me, goggles on. Why? Because every time they go training, every time they put the goggles on, guess what? They instantly go back to peak performance state. Same with one of my professional bull riders over in the PBR circuit in the States. They're all nuts. 8 seconds. Grid down, he's good to go. Junior at the top there. One of the IndyCar drivers. Worked with him when he was in the Australian Formula Ford. He's now driving the Indy circuit over in the States. One of my professional tennis players, that's her first game at US Open. National ice skating champion. What's her trigger? Skates. Right hand. Right skate on first. When she steps on the ice rink, right foot first. So what have we created? Right, 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 right. How am I going to skate? Right. Automatic. Swimmers. You ever see them dive in without goggles on? No. Even if they forget to go, oh, I need to get into the state. Doesn't matter. We've already triggered that at the unconscious level. The more strange and weird and abstract I can make these, the better it sticks. The better it sticks, the more automatic it becomes. Right? Same with tennis racket. You don't have a tennis racket in your hand, doesn't matter, does it? You're not in the zone. Simple. So find that trigger for you. What's going to turn you on, but you know what I mean. How are you going to activate that for yourself? How much time we got? I'll need 5 minutes at the end. So if we got 5 minutes for questions, otherwise I'm around for the next couple of days if you want to have a conversation. Any questions? We're all still zoned out. That looks pretty good. Please feel free. Otherwise, I'll go to the next bit. All good? Sure. Cool. Let's go. Thank you, Rodney. Any questions? No. Good. My gift to you. 17th of March, 2010, professional golfer. Actually, I'll go, yeah, ta-da, Nick Cullen. 10 years ago now, wow. 17th of March, 2010. Nick came up to see me from Adelaide. I was up in Brisbane. 10 minutes into the consultation, he said, I write in my diary every night. I went, why? He goes, well, so remember what I did today. Well, duh, you've done it. Your brain's always going to remember that. I said, what did you write last night? And he goes, oh, bad game of golf, beat myself up here. That wasn't good enough. Bad score, bad score, bad score. I said, what do you think your brain's going to be processing while you're sleeping? Because 1 hour of visualization, because I work with athletes so much, 1 hour of visualization equals 7 hours of physical exertion. What do you think he's going to be thinking for the next 8 hours when he goes to sleep? Bad stuff, bad golf, need to do this, beat myself up. That's not good enough. I said, at that moment, I said, the way the brain works is when you go to sleep, it's going to process what's already in it. It's going to go back and deal with stuff from the past. So how about we put something in instead? So before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to write, not in your diary what you did today, but I want you to write in your diary what you did tomorrow in advance. What you did, not what you would like to do, what you did. So as an example, he said, how would I do that? And I said, well, very simple. What are you doing tomorrow? He said, I'm picking up my new golf clubs. I went, perfect, let's use that. Had a beautiful deep night's sleep. Woke up knowing I'm going to pick up my golf clubs. drove with the coach to pick up my clubs. As soon as I saw them, as soon as I felt them, it's just the handle. It felt like, yeah, these are the ones. The handle molded to my hand. From the very first swing, that incredible sound as the ball flew off. He's going, wow, you don't even play golf. I said, no, I hate golf. Ruins a very nice walk. Oh, what are you going to do after that? And he goes, oh, we're going to go and play a round of golf with the, what's he called? The coach. Perfect. How did it go? Oh, I don't know. It's doing tomorrow. No. We're predicting it. We're creating it now. From the very first swing. Wasn't even aware of what I was doing. I was just getting casual, getting connected, feeling relaxed with the golf clubs. Just freely swinging these golf clubs. The ball was landing exactly where I imagined. It was so fun. I was just looking at the sky, the birds, the trees, the grass, and thinking, what an awesome life I've created. I was so relaxed, wasn't even keeping score. Then I finished that round with a score of, he's going, don't know. And I went, no, give me a number. If you know golf, par round generally 72. He said, I'm on a 3 under 69. I went, perfect. Let's do that. He goes, okay. 3 o'clock that afternoon, he phoned up and said, Weapon, that was ridiculous. Sorry, Weapon, nickname. Sorry, I'm used to that. That was crazy. I said, I know, because I did the same thing because I thought that was a really good idea. I wrote in my diary too. I said, what do you end up with? He said, would you believe 69? I went, yeah, I would, because that's what you said you were going to get. Because the brain knows how many shots it needs to take. But he said, the stupid thing, Stu, anyone understand golf here? That's right. I was going to say, not many golfers understand golf. Okay, there's your green, there's your hole, there's your flag. He said, on the 18th, I finished with a 3-putt. You understand that? So what that means is, he landed on the green. He said, I finished with a 3-putt. He said, even then, I finished with a 69. I said, because that's the intention. You wanted a 69, so the brain goes, oh, you're here. I'm at 67. 3-putt is 1, 2, 3. Because the unconscious mind created it. It says you got to do 69. He was here in 67. He could have done that, but that would have been 68. The brain was calculating, remembering the shots that he's taken, bang into the hole. Ta-da! Incredible, isn't it? So you start thinking about how your day's going to be tomorrow. Had a beautiful deep night's sleep, had a great party and a great celebration tonight. Then how did you sleep? How did you wake up? What do you absorb tomorrow at the conference? How did you react and respond and behave and feel? That is the diary process. So the magic of this process, and you can all receive a copy of it. Now, what I would like, if I may, please, just ask you, I'll send it to you in ebook form. Just use it for yourselves. If you're interested in becoming an Athlete Seeker Weapon approved practitioner, if you're interested in going through the training of all the other processes as well, from the target process to the managing the nerves and doubts and fears, setting the peak performance state, plus all the other things that I've created to help these athletes. If you want to do that as a practitioner, then one of the processes I give you access to that you can use with your clients is the diary process. But please just use this for yourself at the moment, if you don't mind, thanks. Okay, so grab yourself a diary, write it down. The magic in this process is not writing in the hope it works. It's writing knowing it did work. This is how it was, using past tense word. I did, I noticed, I experienced, I achieved, I felt. Predicting the outcome. It's also understanding you can change attitudes, behaviors, and beliefs. Okay, we've all got those clients. You go, oh, I'm only doing this one because of the money. You know those ones? It's like, I know I shouldn't. Okay, so you can do that. No. In the past, this person, if you're in business, this person used to annoy me. Okay. It's not they annoy you, but what they do is annoying you. You're choosing to be annoyed by that person. If you can choose to be annoyed, you can choose to tolerate, you can choose to smile. So in the past, I used to. Today, I responded this way. That's the result I got. So much easier. So you're now creating the new future version of yourself through entering in your diary process, how it was. That's the magic, is the intention, not writing in the hope it works, writing knowing it did. And it's a whole different way of thinking. It's going to take a while to get your head around. When people start saying, oh, how was your year? Oh, it was awesome. What are you going to do this year? You already start to think and talk like the diary process. This is always working anyway. Whether you control it or whether you have the ability to do it with the diary process, what are you doing when you go to bed? You're processing stuff in the past. You're hoping that things are going to work out in the future. Imagine, well, we got 2 minutes. Imagine going to the airport and just hopping on the first flight that's called. Does that sound logical? No. How do we organise a holiday? What we do in a holiday is we sit, we choose, we decide where we want to go. This is the experience we want to experience. This is how we're going to feel. So then what we do is start planning towards it, budgeting, organising things. So then you hop on the right plane at the right time to go to the right destination to experience what you want. That's the intention. That's the diary process. You don't just rock up the airport and go, oh, where am I going to? And they call something for, I don't know, North Korea. And you got to go there. Do you want to go there? No. But it's amazing how many people, and I worked in a corporate team years ago. I was a national sales manager for a product. The state sales manager, who were kind of on equal footings because he looked over everything. So, right, what's your plans for the year? He goes, finish my coffee, turn the computer on and put out fires. That was the Queensland sales manager. He'd already been there 15 years and he's still there now, another 18 years later, doing exactly the same thing, having his coffee, having his smoke and putting out fires. So he's predicting fires are going to be there. He said, what are you going to do, Stu? And I said, right, by the time I finish this year, I'm going to be 40% up on the previous year's figures. I'm taking my product to #1 product group. This is how I'm going to do it. Same. It's exactly the same process. We may as well use our skill set to create it. Got it? Thank you. Spot on time. I think it was meant to be an hour, wasn't it? Because it is 12:15. I'm done. Thank you. Thank you. If you do have any questions on those bit of a handouts, I do apologise because all the colour ones are up in Brisbane. QR codes if you want to have a look. I've also created an opportunity there if you want to, because I love working with elite athletes. If you want to refer your elite athletes to me, this is a reciprocal arrangement. You tell me what your ideal clients are. And if I've got them, and I'm happy to refer them and we can transfer. Because what I want to do, I know we're taking a bit more time, but create a situation where every practitioner is only working with their niche clients. It's going to be better for you. You get the specific and specialist rate. They get to work with a person that loves and is passionate about, I don't know, let's call it middle-aged men who bedwet. Okay, that's not my client. Can I get good results? Absolutely. Do I want to do it? No. Okay. So if that's your specialty, Mel, I will send them all to you and vice versa. So I think this is a huge opportunity for the industry, for the profession. Okay, to really niche down, because what I find is working with the elite athletes, they expect a certain demand and a certain value. That's what I deliver. Okay, when you niche down, you're going to get better quality results because it's something you're passionate about. So again, appreciate it. I'm around for the next couple of days. Come and talk to me and let's party tonight. Trish, John, thank you so much.